Hi, my name is Elami Drucker. I'm a regression therapist and hypnotherapist. And today I want to talk to you about how easy or difficult is it to access a past life. Now, I've done several other videos about past lives and about hypnotherapy, so be sure to check those out. But in this video, I'd really like to talk to you about actually how easy it is to remember things that happened to you a long, long time ago. Things that consciously you've forgotten, but often things that still influence you. Now, I often say to people, if it doesn't bother you, then you don't need to do anything about it. I personally can't stand wet sinks, wet counters. But that's okay. It hasn't bothered me enough. It doesn't hinder my life enough that I need to have a session for it. The moment it does, I'll be sure to do one. But I see clients for things that are really impacting their life. Like I've helped carers with fears of vomiting, and the fear was so severe for them that it really hindered their life. So it's actually, you might think it's difficult because some of the things that we remember happened a long, long time ago. They might have happened thousands of years ago, but it is actually quite easy to remember a past life. And any good regression therapist will have different ways of getting you in, as we say. They might use hypnosis, they might use a feeling that you have in your body. They might use a saying, something that you often say to yourself, like, oh, I can't do it, or oh, why me, or oh, it's happening again, anything like that. Or they might just use an emotion. They might just say, okay, tell me what's made you so angry recently. And you might tell a story about how you got angry with your friend over whatever it was. And then we say, okay, great. Well, now let's go back a little bit further in time to another time you felt this angry about something. And then you might remember something that happened to you when you were a teenager or something. Then they are likely to build on that anger. So really feel that anger very intensely. Where do you feel that anger in your body? And then they will say, now go to the very first time you felt that anger or that whatever feeling it is that you're working on. And then before you know it, you'll be in a past life. And in the beginning, it might feel a little strange. I myself have had countless sessions as a client, and I still get that. In the beginning, when your therapist asks, okay, tell me where you are, or they might say, look at your feet, what have you got on your feet? Or they might ask, are you inside or are you outside? And in the beginning, you're not really sure. You might not really be in the session yet, but you might just get an inkling. You might just get red Wellington boots. And then you think, nah, it feels a little bit vague still. So, okay, no, there's no Wellington boots. I'm lying here on the bed with Elami because I'm not really there. But by just going with it and say, okay, I guess I have Wellington boots on, that will help the other memories to come through. I had a gentleman and he was experiencing a past life. And I said to him, look around you, tell me where you are. And he said, I'm standing in the middle of the road. I said, okay, now have a feel, have a look. Have you got anything in your hand? And he said, yes, I've got a rope in my hand, and on the other hand of the rope is a cow. I thought, this is a little bit random, it's a little bit odd, there's a cow, but okay, we went with it. And it turned out, like is very often the case, the cow was really significant for the story. What turned out, this gentleman, he was the farmer's son, and it was his job to go round with the cow to the different villages, and the villagers would come with their bottles and their trays, and he would sell the milk. Now there was one widow in that particular village. He didn't want to take her pennies because he liked her and all of that. So from there the whole story emerged. Had he said, there's no cow, there's no road, I'm lying here on the therapy bed with Elamik, it would have stopped. So just by going with it and just saying, okay, I guess there's a cow. How interesting. I guess I'm standing in the middle of the road. I guess I'm wearing Wellington boots. Just go with it, because that will enable other things to come through. And often the further along in the session you go, you will know, you will feel. Because as I said, regression therapy, we experience things in an associated way. We're not talking about that woman there that has got Wellington boots, that gentleman with a no, We are, the I am holding the rope with the cow. I am wearing the Wellington boots. So very often it's our emotions that tell us, yes, this is indeed real. This is what I'm experiencing. Now, and experiences come in different ways for different people. Some people say, well, what if I can't see? That's okay. We all experience and see the world in different ways. Some people are very visual. I'm not one of them. I often don't see things, or I see them very briefly, but I might know, oh, I'm in a forest. The lucky ones of us, they can see. Some people describe their clothes in very minute detail, and that's wonderful. But for some people, it's just a feeling. And sometimes it comes on gradual as well. I had a gentleman, and I said, well, what do you see? What do you experience? And he said, can't see anything yet, but I feel like I'm rocking. Okay, so I said, okay, so you're rocking. What else can you notice? He said, oh, I'm hearing the seagulls. I'm hearing birds overhead. Okay, so we're rocking. There's birds overhead. And then he said, oh, I see the railing. So from then on, the story emerged. He was on a pirate ship or something, and the whole story emerged from then. So it's important beforehand. Let go of any expectations. It's quite easy to access the information if you're just willing to go and let go of your analytical mind and trust your therapist. I hope that's helped. If you've got any questions, go to my website or leave me a comment below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I hope to see you again soon.